Hi, Teacher Jesús. In this presentation, I'm going to show you what I was doing this last week about the experiment, the transmission and reception in Arduino with the RF module of serial data of a temperature sensor. So we have in this program the setup and loop. In the setup, we set the ping of the transmitter, the bit rate in 1000, and this quantity for the serial monitor. And then we have the loop. We read this value of the pin of the LM35, uh, and then we convert this value because we have levels of voltage that we are measuring. So we have to discretize these values, and we have this formula that is from the ADC, analog to digital converter of the Arduino. We have the voltage reference, the resolution of the ADC, and then we have this value 100 because the sensibility of the sensor LM35, I think, is 10 millivolts per Celsius grade. So we have to multiply this by 100. Then we set this message in 7, the length of the message. Then we convert the value to a string. So we can show this in the serial monitor with this. And before this, we have this function of this library that we are sending the message in a string. So then we have the RX, the receptor is kind of similar. We set the pin, the setup of the bit rate. We start to receiving data, and then we define a buffer, the length of the buffer of the data that we are receiving. And we convert this data, because it's a string or maybe the buffer, into a float, a number value. Then we verify if this buffer is empty or not. So if not, we are printing the value in the serial monitor. And then I put this just basic code to switch on and switch off a relay with this threshold. I mean, if the temperature is higher than this value, we'll switch on, and if not, then switch off. And the delay of the reception of the data is a half of a second. And then, first of all, we can store the data of Arduino in my computer. So I use a Python code to uh, open the serial port and store the data that we are receiving from Arduino in a TXT file. So then we can plot these values in Python. We have this code is kind of simple. We are using this library serial because we are using the serial port of my computer. We set as same as we do in the last two codes. And we have this function save temperature. We are reading uh, this file, the txt file, and we are saving the temperature in this file. And then we are read and save. Basically, we are just storing the data, the numeric data, because we have a lot of noise in the electromagnetic wave. So we are searching for only the numerical data, and we are valuing this in this part. If we match, we store the data. And we can read this data with this function to plot the data. And then we plot the data. This code only works when the serial port is closed. So we have to press Ctrl+C to interrupt the communication, and the reading is stopped. And then we plot the data. So in this next part, I'm going to show you the live experiment working in real time. Thank you.